All right, we're coming up to one of the last videos I've got left, and it's basically back here to the corner. So back here, there's still too many trees, but I have done some small scale improvements. You can see turkeys have been through here. A lot of turkeys are coming back, and some big ones. They have been all over the place. So you already know about my twin white oaks right here. I don't give them a grade of an A because of what these hickory trees are doing to them. But if they were gone, they could easily get a grade of an A. In here, there used to be some really big oaks right here. That one was left by the loggers and died about 7 or 8 years ago. Unfortunately, it was actually a pretty good tree. And you can see the huge hole that this tree created here. So we had to cut it down and get it out of the way. So some of these younger white oaks right here can have a chance to become a producing tree. And of course turkeys have tore this all to pieces in here, but there's quite a few red and white oaks growing back into here now. Got a red oak right here and has pretty good space here. Good potential to have a B or B plus right here. This one right here, not so much. It's already kind of leaning and twisting around to try to get its way out of the canopy. That used to be a really big oak, gone by the loggers, unfortunately. And then we have made it to the corner. So my last tree that's on our place, we have a white oak, excuse me, a red oak and a red oak right here in the back corner. And it's going to need some help. So the simple solution would actually be to thin some of these oaks out. There's actually too many oaks right here clustered together. So sometimes you got to make tough decisions. Other times it's really easy. So we'll head this way. This opening right here marks the boundary for our property. So none of these trees count. But I've had a discussion with the neighbor here, and I actually think they're all right with me burning this whole area off right here. So I may save that for a video, because look at all this debris in here. I'd like to reduce this and make it easier for deer to find the nuts in the future. So I'm actually off my property now, so we're going to walk back on it here. And then we're going to go over here real quick, and this will be the last video for woods evaluations. So here I've got a big red oak. I've talked about him before in a previous video, so I won't spend too much time on him. Growing like a big sandwich. That hickory tree needs to go, so I've mentioned that before, but that's just part of the evaluation process. Turkeys have definitely been down this way. So by the time you get down here, we have a lot of different species of trees. There's white oaks, there's a few red oaks in here, there's poplar trees, maple trees, pine trees. I mean, there's a whole laundry list of stuff in here. Cedar trees, you take your pick. And you got decent sized poplars here. I've got a chestnut oak. This is still classification of a red oak, and it's not really growing too good. Not a good look at all. And I've got this big wild cherry here that has a huge fanned out canopy here that's eating into a lot of space here. Hickory tree that's not helping things. There is another American chestnut in here, and it's just a question whether or not I can find him. But he is laying somewhere right in here. He is still alive. Well, I know he's here. Oh, there he is. I just didn't see him. All right, so here is another high quality tree if blight would not kill it. And this is a American chestnut tree, 100% American. And here's his remaining sprouts. And you can see the leaves right here. All pretty crispy looking. Well, there goes the fire truck from the looks of it. I hope we've been having issues with people setting houses on fire, barns on fire, but I don't see no smoke, so that's a good sign. All right, let's keep going here. This is coming to the end. Over here, we get back into the hickory tree problem. A lot of hickories. There's not really much in the way of oaks. There's a few baby white oaks along the edge of that road bed. There used to be a nice white oak over there that died. Here's a white oak. Not very pretty. Not a high quality tree. I have a big old dead poplar snag right here. I want to cut that down and get rid of it. Allow some more sunlight to get in here and hopefully see the problem I've got right here. Got a big red, or a pretty promising red oak with an ugly looking wild cherry here. That is just way too close together. And this tree has grown super tall and skinny. So this tree right here is not really ever going to produce much with that style of growing. And I could greatly increase its output if I can cut about 3 trees down or so. So right in here, let's see. No, I'm not quite there. This is still our place here. This is still ours. This white oak, let's see here. Yeah, this white oak is marking the edge. I just had to get my bearings right, but right here. So our property line is actually right about here where this tree is. So we have one big white oak. I'd give it a grade of a B. Has a nice canopy here. And of course on the neighbor's side, you got a red oak there and a poplar tree messing things up, but I can't touch them trees. We have grapevines right here. I can do something with that. Cedar tree with a buck rub on it. Turkeys have tore this all to pieces. Oh, they have really hammered this area. So we're down to the bottom, just about. And we have potential here because what used to be here was a big old hickory tree. And I'm talking like a 28-inch, 30-inch thick hickory tree that used to be here. And it's basically just a rotting pile of rubble. You can see it laying there. And it made an absolutely gigantic hole here. So I can cut down this ugly tree right here and I could put a bur oak right here and it would have a lot of room. And that would really improve this area. We would go from 2 trees right here making nothing to a tree that can produce food for the deer. So that's a big upgrade as far as I'm concerned. Here we have a lot of useless trees here. There's another American chestnut tree growing somewhere right over in there. It's a little one, about 3 feet tall. Got a red oak right here that's been introduced to a huge hole, and it's going to cause this tree to lean in the future. Unless I cut this one tree right here down, and that'll buy it some more time. All right, guys, so this wraps up my woods evaluation process, because we have now come basically full circle back to here. There's no oak trees in this area, so that gets a F. Just a really low amount of food overall here. So my overall grade would be a D- to a high-end F. but I have done some improvements in here, so that's the only reason I'm giving myself an okay, you know, not completely failing grade here. Let me say it again, D-. We'll just leave it at that, but there's a lot of room to improve this area here, actually the whole woods in general, and you could really change the look of a deer just if I could fix all my woods up like I need it to be. But I can't quite do that, but I can make a good enough change and improvement here to really affect the outcome of a deer and make them even bigger. And real quick, right up here, I have a white oak growing right here, and everything looks fairly decent until you see the bottom of it. It's got a disease or something in it, and this would be a tree I would cut down and remove. And yeah, you're going to lose nuts, but I would definitely cut this tree down. But you can see where it's been eating up into the tree and caused it to kind of canker here. Just rotten. No good. Still alive, but no good. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed these. The next set of videos will be improvements. You have a good day.